Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to today's Wild Rift video. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to the patch 3.1 preview. This came out at like 2 a.m. my time last night, so I was fast asleep. I was really not expecting the patch preview to be out this early, but we're 2 weeks away from patch 3.1. I did a leaks video yesterday, so I'm quite interested and quite curious to see if the leaks are true and if some of the changes that were leaks are going to be coming in patch 3.1. Obviously, I'll be giving my reaction and explaining a little bit more detail about, new champions, hopefully new items and things like that as well. So let's stop talking and let's take a look at the video itself. Why is it automatically on 480p? There we go. We should be good. Okay, here we go. I'm hyped. How long is this video, by the way? 15 minutes? Wow. That's a long time for a patch preview. Okay, let's take a look at the state. I think the state of the game's okay at the moment.
Good progress over the past few patches, with game balance and champion balance in a decent place, and stability and latency improving for many of you.
I could agree with that, yeah.
We hear you and know that there are still issues with game fairness, including AFK.
Yep, true. Very, very true.
We also want to give you more visibility on when we penalise players based on your reports. These are really high priorities with the team.
That's good. That's what they do in PC League of Legends. They say like instant feedback report. They tell you that they've been they've done that.
As well as our console version of the game, but we won't have any updates on those in 2022.
That sucks.
We appreciate your patience while we've been working through these.
No South Asia, no console release in 2022.
When we can. Today, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about gameplay. Looking at patch 3.1, we're taking a big step forward with our largest gameplay overhaul yet.
Okay.
Is going elemental.
Hey, Elemental Rift, let's go. I'm curious if they're going to put this straight into the game.
Of the current Wild Rift map, adapting the dragon and terrain mechanics from League PC, but with a few streamlined changes.
Oh, this is going to be so fun.
Different from what you saw in January, because we're looking to achieve a few new things.
Okay, they're updating a few new things.
Team comps, runes, and item builds. We want to make games play out differently each time.
Yep.
Between objective team coordination and individual ability to impact a game, Elemental Rift will give us more tools to make sure that the game remains dynamic and fun.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I like Elemental Rift. I think it's a really, really good addition to the game.
Teams and solo players. We have a few ideas on how we can achieve this, and trying a variety of changes in the future will help us hit these goals in the most satisfying way possible.
I'm excited. Okay.
With a huge change like this, we want to be prepared to make adjustments. So we're thinking of Elemental Rift as part of a testing phase.
Okay, they're going to do it as a testing phase first.
You might see a version of it that looks very different from what you'll see today, because we're still exploring different options and deciding what will work best.
I mean, I'll definitely play Elemental Rift as a test, for sure.
On the effects of these changes, and we're looking forward to
because it's such a big change, I can understand that for sure.
Elemental Rift. Slaying each dragon offers a unique buff, but taking enough dragons also grants the dragon's soul.
Okay.
A powerful buff that matches one of the dragon's elements.
That's fine.
We're still working on how many kills it should take, but in this test run, Dragon Soul will trigger after the third dragon, so you'll be able to obtain 3 buffs along with your soul.
That's a lot of buffs.
Dragon now grants bonus attack damage and ability power, and the Infernal Soul creates explosions around your abilities and attacks.
Yep, same as PC League. Yep, no surprise there.
Damage in a circle around your target. Mountain Dragon increases your armor and magic resist, and the Mountain Soul
grants the shield. Yep, same as PC League as well.
For a short while.
Yep, very, very similar.
Dragon restores health over time, and Ocean Soul restores more health when dealing damage to enemies.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
First 2 dragons are random.
So it looks like the leak for Cloud being removed is real.
You'll always know which dragon type is coming next before it spawns, so you can prepare to fight for it or trade a different.
Because they only just explained Infernal, Mountain, Ocean, so that means that Cloud's probably being removed. Yeah.
One element. With the arrival of Elemental Rift,
wow, they are removing Cloud Dragon. The leaks were real. That really surprises me.
We felt that Cloud Dragon offered mostly hidden power that was hard to notice in-game, making it less interesting to play around and less enticing.
I mean, I thought the Cloud Dragon's pretty cool because you get like the extra movement speed around the map when in the jungle, which I think is quite nice.
Elements to shine.
Okay, fair enough.
You'll also see that Dragons, Rift Herald, and Barons spawn later in the game.
Oh.
A bit easier to take. By building
Okay.
objective spawns, we're hoping to strike.
So that means that they're not going to be spawning at 4 minutes anymore.
And individual play. Players will have more options to choose how they want to play the early game, rather than
I like that.
to rush the objective.
I like that. I think 4 minutes is way too early for an objective to spawn.
Dragon, making it much closer to its League PC kin. After the Dragon Soul has been taken by a team, Elder Dragons will be up for grabs, offering a game-ending true damage burn effect.
Oh, does it do the dragon effect? Please say it does the dragon effect.
If your team picks up Elder, it's time to fight. After the second dragon is slain in each game...
Oh, it does do the dragon effect. Yes, it's like PC League. You get a nice execute bonus. It's so broken. It's so insane. The Elder Dragon is going to be game changing. But the thing is that Elder Dragon's going to spawn so much later now. So most of the games, I don't think Elder Dragon will even spawn.
The Mountain Rift forges new terrain in the jungle, as well as a defensive wall.
I'm so surprised though that they're removing Cloud Dragons. That means it's only Infernal, Mountain, and Ocean. So really, really interesting.
The Ocean Rift spawns more brush across the map with bumper crops of
really, really interesting to see.
Brushes for surprise ambushes, or just put on.
We've seen all of this in the season 2022 preview.
Whether you're hopeful
pretty cool.
We know there are many gameplay elements that players love about this map, and we aspire to keep the spirit of the Rift true for Wild Rift players.
I like it.
We're also hoping to address some of the gameplay pain points you may have encountered.
I like that objectives are spawning later, because at the moment, laning phase is like 4 minutes, and then laning phase is over, and you don't feel like you could do anything in a laning phase.
This will allow us to monitor and make adjustments before it replaces the existing Wild Rift map fully.
I like how they're making it a test as well, so not putting it straight into ranked or straight into competitive, because it can be a little bit difficult.
As we head towards the Icons Global Championship.
Hey, Icons Global Championship, let's go.
Versions of Elemental Rift that might look different from this one, or even from what's currently in League PC. Expect to hear more about that in the future.
I know, I like it. I like the way that they're moving with this.
Play out with raw elemental power at your disposal, and we can't wait to hear your feedback on these changes when they roll out for testing.
I can't wait for testing, to be honest. I would definitely play that, for sure. I will definitely play that. Hey, Shen's coming. Yep, we know about Shen and Karma already. That was already confirmed. Shen looks so cool. Look how sick he looks.
His Spirit Blade follows him and grants him more damage against his foes and protection when his team needs it most.
He looks exactly the same.
A particularly stealthy Kinku, but he makes up for it with defensive options and hard crowd control.
He looks exactly the same as PC League.
And block basic attacks with Spirit's Refuge
yep.
to nullify enemy carries.
Then he can use his ultimate. I wonder how his ultimate's going to work in Wild Rift. Do you have to, like, press the ultimate, or... I'm interested to see how the ultimate actually works. Oh, Karma looks so cool as well.
Karma has a couple of changes from her PC version.
Okay.
Greater focus on her Battle Mage playstyle. We thought we'd go into a little more detail with Karma to highlight some of her differences.
Okay, so Karma's changing from PC League.
We've moved Karma's ultimate to her passive.
Huh?
Every spell Karma casts, she gains a stack of mantra, and at 3 stacks, her next ability is empowered.
What?
Inner Flame fires a blast of energy, dealing damage and slowing enemies.
Yeah, that's the same.
When empowered, it leaves a
slow field underneath. Yep, that's the same as PC League. What?
Now tethers up to 2 nearby champions.
What?
If those champions fail to escape the tether range, they're rooted for a short time.
2 enemies.
When empowered, this ability forms an additional tether, forcing those enemies to scatter. If any of the tethers are broken in time, the enemies get a mega root for a long time.
Okay, that's disgusting. That's completely disgusting.
Grants an ally a shield that offers movement speed.
Yeah, that's the same as PC League.
Mantra, the shield could empower an additional nearby ally. Finally, Karma's brand new ultimate, Transcendent Embrace, forms a ring of spirit energy, dealing damage, knocking enemies into the center if they're caught.
Okay, I'm mind blown, chat. I'm completely mind blown. So they're making her more of an AP mage. So they're going less towards the supportive role, I feel like, and more towards the AP sort of damage mage part, which is kind of cool.
And we wanted to give you a small taste of who you can expect.
Boom, Shen.
This year, we've started with Peace, Harmony, and Fluffy Cats.
Yep, Fluffy Cats, yeah.
But 2022 is the year of the Edgelord.
Oh.
Later this year, we'll be revisiting some battle-scarred locations in Runeterra.
I'm excited.
Next up, we're heading to
Zorn again.
Bilgewater and Noxus.
Oh, Zorn's gonna be
Nothing
fun.
personal, kid. We'll see you there.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. I'm excited.
Our mission this year
I'm excited.
is to make games more satisfying and motivating to play. So we're focusing on competition, social play,
Oh, social
skill,
play.
and challenge. That sounds pretty broad, but giving you more freedom and skill expression in your games is a huge part of that effort. And of course, keeping the game balanced is a top priority too. We're giving more options to fighters in this patch with the introduction of new items.
Okay, so new items are going to be real then. Yep, Divine Sunderer, yep.
Champs looking to brawl, who want some extra health and damage.
I feel like AD Bruise is already broken, but they're going to be even more broken. Like, we're getting more AD Bruises items where they're completely broken.
Deal a percent of your target's maximum health as bonus damage.
Okay.
If that target is another champion, you will also
Heal,
the
yeah,
same
which is the
damage
same as
dealt.
PC League. That's cool.
Is for champs who want
Oh, this is the split push item that I was mentioning.
While no allied champions are near you, you'll gain bonus armor and
Magic resist, yep.
and deal more damage against structures.
Oh, it's going to be such a good item, I think, to Wild Rift.
So they can keep
Such a great
you going
item.
on your split-pushing journey. Also,
You can see that the cannon minion there was
small
buffed.
changes to other items.
That's kind of cool.
Fimbulwinter will be more closely aligned with its PC version,
Giving you
offering
HP?
trademark shield on slows as well as hard crowd control.
Okay, it does a shield.
Death
Okay, it
Star
doesn't
is becoming
change.
an AD and armor item. We felt
Oh.
that there were too many unimpactful choices offered by the AD and health items in Wild Rift.
Okay. AD armor item?
Original intended purpose, we're reworking Solari Chargeblade's passive.
Oh, no.
to marksman.
Oh, make it more appealing to marksman. Okay.
Significant buff for champions that can pull off several stuns at once, like Morgana or Alistar. Pulling off the perfect CC chain could mean you get to cast your active item multiple times in a fight. In addition to a whole host of
interesting.
items, we wanted to take a close look at the support role. We know supports have needed more love for a while. So
True.
in this update, we're rebalancing support summoner spells to give players more active
Rebalancing?
remaining phase and
Okay.
boosting fights.
I'm guessing
First,
igniting
strengthening
exhausts.
the initial slow on exhaust to give more offensive and defensive options.
Oh, God, they're
Here,
buffing
we
exhausts?
grant more health to the healed ally and less to the user. And
Okay,
Ignite
interesting.
is tuned to be more effective in the early game and weaker in the late game. One idea we're thinking about for
Interesting.
2022 is theming our major patches to address specific game balance or systemic changes. Next patch, we're hoping to have some updates on map vision, and we're also looking at the impact of our current rune set. Which system should we look at next? Leave us some suggestions in the comments.
Oh, this is really interesting. I kind of like the summoner spell changes. I think exhaust is completely insane. Oh, here we go. It's Evelyn's skin. Boom! Wow, that's Evelyn's skin looks so good.
We're giving the Glorious theme a makeover. Glorious Crimson Evelyn is your skin reward for this season. The best is, don't let her flop. Starting with Evelyn, you can also
so
grab what
cool.
we're calling a weapon augment for glorious
Oh,
skins in the rank store to serve even
these are like
more.
chromas.
This visual
They're
update
finally adding
empowers the
chromas.
champ's source of power to recognize your commitment to the climb.
Okay, Wild Pass. This is probably going to be the Senna skin.
Many mysteries are still left unsolved. Thankfully, we've hired some private expertise as psychic
Yep, here we go. Excited to get to Senna. Wow, she looks so cool actually.
Wild
I love these effects in skins, like the loading screens.
of this mind-bending world.
Quality of life changes. Let's see what they
On
got.
Champ Select, if you're in the jungle, you'll now automatically be assigned.
Okay, that's a good quality of life
You
change.
won't face final boss level 1 red buff if you accidentally switched away.
That's nice.
We're introducing the news tab.
Oh, this is huge.
Community events, esports and videos.
This
and
could,
our
yeah,
easily
this could be the
accessible
start for like esports and doing like related content and things like that.
As
So
mentioned in
cool.
January, we're going to be running more events this year with less downtime between each one. But part of that is going to be varying the types of events we run and experimenting.
But there's
with
so many cool
different
things coming this patch actually.
To give you a taste of what's happening later this year in Wild Rift, we'll be revisiting High Noon, Pool
Oh,
Party,
High Noon's back as well.
Fire, and maybe even further beyond. Further beyond.
Oh god, all the
Sorry, I got
memes.
distracted. Our biggest focuses this year will be on our shared moments with League PC, like Lunar New Year. We'll collaborate a few times a year on huge unforgettable moments with new skins, stories, and more. Those larger events
There's some really, really good things coming this patch. I'm very excited. Hey, let's take a look at the skins. Let's go, let's go. Blood Moon Shen. Beautiful. Actually, one of his cool skins, to be fair. Warden Karma. Very, very nice. I love these every single time. Pretty Kitty Rengar. This is going to be April Fools for sure. I mean, I mentioned it a bit yesterday as well, but it's definitely going to be April Fools. Very cosplay Veigar. These videos are so good. I love them. Love the videos. Mac Toy, another very nice skin. Pajama Guardian Ezreal. The thing that I don't really like with like Pajama Guardian and Star Guardian is that they're very, very similar, but I'm not surprised they're bringing it because they're some of the cooler skins. Same with Lux as well. Very, very cool skin. Does she just cue pillows? That's really weird. Oh, this is going to be cool. This is such a nice skin. Marauder Graves. Marauder Brand as well. Very, very cool skins. They're going to be like Wild Rift exclusives. Very, very cool.
We'll be back in May with more updates and announcements. We wish you good luck on your climb, harness the power of dragons, and get ready to defend.
I'm excited this patch. There's some really, really good changes.
Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you on the Rift.
We'll see you on the Rift, buddy. Boom. There's some really, really good changes to the game. Right, so let's take a quick look back. So we got the state of the game, which is, you know, completely fine. We know about the state of the game and everything. Elemental Rift is going to be... So they're getting rid of Cloud Dragon, which I think is very interesting. Like I said, I guess they don't feel the impact of Cloud Dragon, which is going to be quite interesting. So it's Infernal Drake, Ocean Drake, and Mountain Drake. And it's still doing the same thing with PC League. So you have to take 3 dragons, and the 3rd dragon is always going to be the Soul. And then after that is the Elder Dragon. Like I said, there could be points where Elder Dragon's not even in the game, but they're making Elder Dragon similar to PC League now, that they have this crazy execute bonus. Which is this one here. This execute bonus is like when they're below 20% health, they just instant die. There's nothing you can do. It's just true damage. So there's nothing they can do to stop it, which is very, very interesting. We know about all the upgrades to the dragons, which is quite cool. Shen looks like it's exactly the same. The one I'm really interested with new champions is Karma. What is this? Like, what is this? I mean, I guess it's kind of cool that the ultimate's going to the passive, because they are trying to change things and make it kind of easier, because the ultimate on PC League is just empowering the other abilities. This ultimate is very, very similar to Diana, but it's more towards like going towards Mage Karma. It's so cool though. Such a cool such cool ability. And it makes enemies go closer to each other, so you can land your Q and your other abilities, which is very, very cool. Very, very cool. And then they got new champions. So Zorn is going to be coming. So maybe the likes of Echo, Zeri could be coming. Bilgewater as well. And then going back to Noxus. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. New items, Divine Sunderer, which is like a kind of like Trinity Force in a way. I explained a little bit more in my leaks video, so if you want to check that out. And then you got the is it I forgot what the item's called now. Hullbreaker. I was about to say Humble Winter, but that's Thimble Winter. Hullbreaker, which is a split push item, which again is really, really cool. The changes are quite interesting. So they're going to make Thimble Winter. So they're not change. I thought they would change Thimble Winter. So every time you gain mana, you gain health instead of ability haste. But they're doing it so when you get when you crowd control an enemy, you will gain a shield, which is what you can see from Galio here, which is fair enough. Then we could Death Stance an AD armor item now, which is quite interesting. I guess they want it to replace Guardian Angel, because Guardian Angel is kind of the AD armor item at the moment, which is kind of fair enough. Solari Chargeblade, they're changing the passive, making it more better for marksman. I don't know what they're going to do to it to make it more appealing for marksman, because I think it's really good for marksman at the moment. You know, 50% crit, getting extra AP damage as well, which is also quite nice.
You get to cast your active item multiple times in a fight. In addition to a whole host
interesting.
Of items, we wanted to take a close
These support summoner spell changes are quite interesting.
supports have needed more love for a while. So
Very, very interesting. So heal is never going to be used on AD carries anymore. Heal is basically gutted for AD carries. You're never going to use it for AD carries anymore. So exhaust is an interesting one. So exhaust, they're making the initial slow time more to give it more offensive, give you more of an offensive option, which is quite crazy actually. I think exhaust is already really strong. You see exhaust run on AD carries most of the time, and I think exhaust will still be run on AD carries after patch 3.1, which is going to be very interesting. See, heal is never going to be used on AD carries now, because it now gives more to the ally and less to the user. So heal is basically gutted for AD carries now. You're never going to see it on AD carries anymore. So it's going to be either exhaust or barrier now. So I have to see. So they're making ignite more stronger in. So it's stronger in the early game, but less powerful in late game. So again, with the delayed delayed spawns now of Dragon Rift Herald, laning phase is probably going to last a lot longer, so Ignite might be more useful. You might see more aggressive champions in the duo lane, like maybe champions like Alistar and Thresh that can be more aggressive in the early game. They might take Ignite now because they want to try and trade in the early game and you know, play. You might see like Ignite Exhaust honestly in the duo lane. I think Ignite Exhaust will be really strong. You already see it a little bit, but you could see it very strong. So updates on map vision, and they're looking closer at the impact of the current rune set, which is quite interesting. So there's no new runes in this patch, in patch 3.1. Maybe that's going to come in patch 3.2, we'll have to see. Very interesting. And then we've got new ranks. We've got new rank season, which is definitely confirmed now for patch 3.1. This new skin is really cool, by the way. I really like this. This is very different to the other glorious skins that we've been seeing, because the glorious skins are not really given any changes to the champion, just like a cool skin. But now it looks like they're going more towards, you know, changes to the champion and making it an actual skin. And then you got Chroma as well, which I'm guessing you're locked in the rank, you will unlock in the rank score. And then you got the new wild pass as well, which is quite cool. Quality of life changes, again allowing you to get smite on you know, if you accidentally switch your array, you get smite in a jungle. This, I think, is really huge. I really like this change. I think this is going to be a great addition, which, again, will go more and more into details. And I think they can add more things like esports, like maybe things like, you know, YouTube stuff as well, like watching YouTube in the app. I think this is definitely the start of something great. And we've been asking for like a news tab or something like that for a long time. So I'm really excited that they're adding a news tab, and we'll have to see. Community events as well, they're adding esports stuff. I think them doing a separate section for esports where you can watch on the app as well, I think that'll be such a huge thing. More events and everything as well, which is quite cool. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. It's all the skins and everything. So yeah, that's everything for patch 3.1. Most of the leaks were true, to be fair. If not all the leaks were actually completely true. So we'll have to see what changes and what they're going to do. But I'm really excited for the Elemental Rift, Shen and Karma. I'm really interested to see the Karma changes. But wow, it's going to be a good patch. It's going to be a fun one. But thank you all for watching this video. As always, stay tuned for more Wild Rift content. I will be casting the WREC later today, so keep an eye on that. And I will be streaming later tonight on Twitch as well. So if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts as well. And I'll see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Peace.